Hi, my name's Andrew Hamilton. I'm doing these videos to try and help other trans people and to realise um, how transition works and stuff like that, and my own personal experience. Um, okay, this is video number two. You have to excuse my pausing and stuff like that, but I'm not the best at speaking, and I hate my teeth. I really hate my teeth. Okay, so like I said before, I'm 51 and a half now. I grew up in a little Welsh seaside town in South Wales, not far from Cardiff, called Llanford Major. Um, at the age of 7, I felt I was different. I didn't like being a boy. I didn't like it. I was so jealous of women. I used to have dreams about waking up as a girl. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I cross-dressed. I finally got around to myself cross-dressed in about 8 or 9 years old, and that then became a big part of my life. I grew up with a brother and sister. There's a year each between each of us, so it was very hard to find time to do it, as I shared a bedroom with my brother at that time. When I was about 10 or 11, um, I got caught. I got caught dressed and I was sent to see a child psychiatrist. But I was very nervous at that time. I grew up in a place where we didn't know about trans existed, didn't even know about there was other cross-dressers. I thought I was very much alone. In fact, I didn't really know a lot about gay people or anything like that. It was the village I grew up in was very, very rural, okay? So yeah, I went to see the psychiatrist and uh, I was quite clever, I suppose, as a child. I realised there was someone behind the glass screen. In my head, I was thinking I'm going to be shipped off to a nut farm because of it. And so in my head, I was just like, Christ, I've got to get out of this somehow. And they sort of coaxed along the lines. It was just something I was trying out. And that's what I did. And then I basically got out of it. So basically, they put it down to I was just something I was trying. They didn't explain anything to me about the other options, like there is transgenderism. Do you know what I mean? They didn't even call it transvestite. They just calls it wearing opposite clothes for sexual pleasure. That's what they said at the time. Okay, so all this time as well, in my head, I just wanted to be normal. I wanted to be normal. I just didn't understand why I had these feelings. It wasn't the best thing, do you know what I mean, when I was growing up, because I was very small. I'm still quite small. I'm only 5'6" or 5'7", really small anyway. So quite lucky on that side. Shame about my voice being so deep though. I then, yeah, really hated the fact that I was different. I couldn't explain it. I still didn't know fully that what I was or what was going on in myself. Do you know what I mean? I just went along with everything. I wanted to appear normal. I went with some girls when I was about 15, 16. About 15, 16, I did start experimenting with girls, but it was just one or two. I didn't feel very comfortable with it. Do you know what I mean? It was just trying to be normal. So then at 16, just before I turned 16, we moved to Barry, just outside Cardiff, to a really big house. So for the first time ever, I was turning 16. We had our own, do you know what I mean? Each had our own bedroom because it was a really big house. So it meant that I could dress a lot more. But the downside to it is I was either stealing clothes from my mother or stealing clothes from my sister, which I've apologised to both of them for now, or basically going to charity shops. I still didn't know what a transvestite was, a cross-dresser or anything like that. I had no idea. Internet wasn't around back then. You've got to understand this was late 80s. So it was just a different time. So that's what happened. That was the very early days of it. Like I said, I wanted to appear normal. I was still being bullied a lot, and I was bullied really bad. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, still, yet again, I wanted to appear normal. It was really weird. At the time I was 16, I got a job, as everyone does at that age, on the fairground, Barry Island. So I started working there when I was younger, and I made friends with a guy called Simon, who basically started me off DJing. I used to go with him to mobile gigs. And later on, as it turned out, it would be a semi-career choice for me. Okay, so that's basically this what's happened so far up till I was just 16. I went to college, got an apprenticeship, didn't enjoy it. It was so male orientated, and I hated it. I didn't feel like I fitted in. So I finished that after the apprenticeship, and I had the opportunity. Simon had bought some fairground rides, and he needed someone to manage them, two little kids' rides in Hastings. So I went to Hastings first of all, still unaware what cross dressers were. I was still cross dressing, and I never had any gays experiences or anything like that at this time. I just was there, just being myself, and pretending to be this person I wasn't. So when that sort of ended, well, in that time as well, I started getting back into BMXs, which I wasn't into a kid, and I started riding BMXs again. And then I moved to Brighton, where I was DJing a lot more, so I started DJing a lot more. And then I started playing clubs and stuff like that, which was quite nice. In fact, I played a little bit in Hastings as well. But yeah, so that's where the DJing came in. But it was strange because I had these two sides of my life. I was this male side in this male dominated world, and I was overcompensating it. I didn't realize at the time how much I overcompensated things, and then I was living a double lie at night where I'd lock my door to my flat and just be the person I am inside. So yeah, I hope this is educational. I hope people get to see this, and I will go through into a few more details as the videos go on about different things in my life and what's happened and how I've come out and whatever. Do you know what I mean? So just bear with me, hold on to these videos, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy them more as you come along, as you go along. I'm not going to falsify them. I'm not going to filter. I'm not going to do anything differently. The only difference is this morning I didn't have makeup on. Now I have makeup on and I'm dressed. So yeah, I'll speak to you all later. Cheers. Thank you. Bye.